back to my channel. Today's video is so exciting. I'm actually going to be doing my first ever first impressions video, and not only that, but I'm going to be doing it on the new Fenty Beauty products. Well, it's not new, this is very late. I finally got my Fenty Beauty products and it took a while. But it's finally here and I'm so excited to show you guys. I'm so excited to try it out for myself on camera. So the way that I'm going to do this video is I'm actually going to show you my first impressions and I'm going to let you know my initial thoughts about the products today. Right now on camera, I already have my eye makeup and my eyebrows done. The wear test is going to be on another day. So I wanted to do a wear test. I wanted to test it out for a whole day. I don't know how many hours. I'll try like around 18. But I want to try it when I'm in school. Right now it's a Saturday, so I don't have class, and I wanted to be able to relax and sit down in front of natural lighting and without pressure, without getting stressed because I needed to go to school in a while. So that's why I'm not doing it on a school day. Okay, so the two products that I got from Fenty Beauty are the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. This is what the actual product looks like. So it has a beautiful frosted matte glass finish. It says Fenty Beauty here, and it's a nude pink packaging. The product itself also seems nude pink inside. I love the packaging. It's so elegant. It feels heavy and luxurious. And honestly, Fenty Beauty isn't that expensive if you think about it, especially the foundation and the primer. It's around $30, $34. I'll leave the prices down below. But for something that someone like Rihanna comes out with, a celebrity, especially Rihanna, it's a pretty good price. It's a pretty fair price. And then the second product that I got is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 220 Warm Medium Peach. That is such a long name. Okay, this is what the box looks like. The box itself is also really pretty. I don't think I'm going to throw them away. But this is what the foundation looks like. It has the same frosted matte encasing. And then it comes with a white cap. If you guys didn't know, I am very oily. My skin type is oily. Sometimes it's combination and sometimes I get extremely dry. But that's during like Christmas season when it's colder. But usually throughout the year, I'm very oily. If I don't wash my face throughout the day, if I don't blot throughout the day, when I touch my forehead, it just seems wet. So I'm going to start off with the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. This is what it looks like. And it blends out into nothing. So even though it's nude pink, it blends out into nothing. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I just did one pump on my finger and I'm just dotting that all over my face. It smells nice. It doesn't smell like the typical makeup smell, but it also doesn't smell, well, doesn't smell too fragrant-like. I'm sorry, it's hard to watch me rub this primer on my skin. I'm very, very harsh with my skin, which I shouldn't be. I'm gonna regret it. It's really easy to apply, it's very smooth, and I really, really like it. Okay, so on the box it says it's supposed to be smooth, pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. It's for smooth, pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. So it does feel kind of tacky. Not extremely tacky, just a little bit. I think maybe if it dries down a bit more, it's going to feel smoother. But I do like how it feels on the skin. I feel like it did minimize my pores a bit. Not a whole lot, like not extremely revolutionary, but I do think that it diffused it a bit. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. And I got the shade 220, which is Warm Medium Peach. And okay, I just want to be honest, I did swatch this on my hand yesterday because I couldn't wait to see if the shade matched or not. This is too dark for me. So I'm just gonna do one pump on my hand. If you guys can see, it's very liquidy. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply that all over my face with my finger. Okay, so I heard that with this foundation, it's better to work in sections because it dries down quickly. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do half of my face first. And I'm using my Morphe M44 brush. So it looks like, I'm gonna buff that into the skin. Open eye, feel the waves. Okay, so the shade is definitely too dark for my skin. I'm gonna blend it into my neck a bit. I don't think you can see how dark it is on camera. It's about 2 shades too dark, 2 or 3. So initial thoughts is that it does look like it kind of minimized my pores a bit. If you guys can see, my pores here don't look that noticeable. It does feel light. It doesn't feel extremely heavy or anything. My Milani one feels a little heavier. So I'm just gonna do another pump for the other half of my face. Through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. I definitely think it's like a medium coverage. It's definitely not sheer, but it's also not full. So again, I feel like it looks like skin. It's actually a really nice finish. Okay, so it does sting a little bit, but compared to my Milani, the stinging of this foundation is minimal. Maybe it's also because it's a new product, I'm not sure. I like the finish, but I feel like it's definitely going to get cakey around my nose. So this is what my nose looks like. Can you guys see it? It just seems like it's gonna get cakey because my nose always gets pretty cakey. I just want to read to you guys what the product claims to do. It says that it's medium to full coverage for all, it's long wear, and it's light as air. I definitely feel the lightness to it. It doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't feel too thick on the face, which I like. So I definitely want to try out the medium to full coverage claim. Again, I do think that it's a nice medium coverage, but I think that I want to try making it a little bit more full coverage. So I'm gonna do one more pump and I'm gonna use that for the whole face. So far I've done 3 pumps of foundation. I don't think you need to make it full coverage because again, it has a nice finish. It's just that personally, I like my foundations to be more full coverage. Okay, so I definitely think that another pump made the coverage even better. But it still didn't cover this pimple here and this pimple here. It's alright, I'm still gonna go in with concealer. Okay, so the foundation has pretty much dried down now, and in the reviews that I've watched, some people have said that they just didn't need to set it anymore because it dried down really well. But I think that I still need to set this. It's kind of tacky, but it's not too tacky. I think that you could get away without setting this, but I never not set my foundation. Okay, so this is the final look, the finished look. I just did everything else really fast. Finished my eyes, finished my highlight, my blush, my contour, bronzer, lips. I really like how the foundation looks on my skin. It feels nice. I mean, I can't really tell how much I like this yet without doing the wear test. I don't think that it's anything spectacular on first application. But again, if it lasts the whole day without getting too cakey, without getting too oily, then it's definitely going to be a winner for me. I will update you guys, of course. So yeah, for the wear test, I will be checking in with you guys every 3 or so hours, and I will give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. But for now, this is neither an amazing product nor is it a bad product. It's just pretty cool because it is Fenty Beauty. It is by Rihanna. Rihanna is someone who really inspires me so much. I mean, who doesn't she inspire, honestly? But yeah, I'll see you guys in my wear test. Hey guys, so today I'm doing my wear test and I started doing my makeup at around 6 a.m. I finished around 6:30. Right now it's almost 9 a.m. Oh, it actually is 9 a.m. And I think I'm gonna check in with you guys every 3 hours or so. So right now I'm in school. I did my first impressions on Saturday and right now it's Thursday. I did my makeup exactly the same as I did my video. And the reason why I wanted to do this in school, why I wanted to do the wear test in school, is because I wanted to see how it holds up against, you know, my normal everyday activities. Because if I'm just staying at home, it's cold, I won't really sweat much, but around here in school when I'm walking around, I can really test the foundation out. So again, I am very oily and I want to see how this matte foundation and how this matte primer, soft matte primer, holds up against all the oiliness that I have on my face. So right now I actually have my boyfriend filming me. Say hi, Eli.
Hi.
So while I was editing the footage for my first impressions, I finished editing it already. I noticed some things with the foundation. First of all, I want to say that I was too harsh on the Fenty foundation because I really loved how it looked on camera. It looked so smooth and so soft, and the coverage is actually pretty full. The reason that I was too harsh about the foundation is, one, I have really high standards, especially because everybody loves it so much and raves about it so much. And two, because my only comparison when it comes to foundations Other than my Fenty, I only have my Milani. So that's my only comparison for the Fenty foundation. The Milani foundation is supposed to be a foundation and concealer in one, so it's definitely going to be full coverage. It's meant to be full coverage. And the Fenty Beauty foundation is supposed to be medium to full. So it's not supposed to be more full coverage than the Milani, but you can make it more full coverage if you know what I mean. But for some reason, I forgot about that and I didn't take that into account. And I expected the Fenty Beauty to be a lot better than the Milani in terms of coverage. So I actually wrote down some things that I noticed during my video editing of my first impressions, and I want to tell you guys what I thought while editing. So first, you definitely don't need 3 pumps of foundation. You only need like 1 or 2. 1 for less coverage and 2 for this kind of coverage. I used 1 pump here for this half and another pump for this half. It's also already pretty full coverage. Again, it looks so soft and beautiful on camera. I love how it looks on the skin. It also feels pretty light. It doesn't feel too heavy, which I love. I didn't really need to build it up. I really love the finish already on camera. I honestly wish that I could refilm my first impressions just because I felt like I was too harsh in it. But yeah, I wanted you guys to see my honest first impressions. So yeah, those are my thoughts right now. I will be checking in after a while, after a few hours, and I just want to show you guys how it looks right now. Obviously, it's still pretty good. It looks pretty cakey around my nose, but that's normal for me because I have a lot of blackheads and whiteheads that I can't really get rid of. So yeah, that's why. But it looks really nice. It still feels really nice as well. Okay, so it's around 12:30 right now, and cleaning my foundation, it's not as matte as a while ago, but it's still not oily. So that's pretty good. I can definitely see the oil building up here on the sides of my nose, which is usually the first to get really oily. And I've noticed that around here, I'll go in closer. I don't know if you guys can see, it broke up really bad. I don't think this happens with my Milani foundation, but the first time that I wore the Fenty Beauty foundation as well, I noticed the same thing with my nose. The forehead kind of looks cakey, and in general the nose kind of looks cakey as well. Here, I'll go close again. This is what my pores look like as well, my skin. I still think that my pores are pretty minimized. I don't think that went away, but it's definitely not as nice as it was a while ago, but I still like how it looks. Okay, so I want to ask Eli what he thinks about my foundation.
So at first, I would say the foundation was, it was really good. When I first saw it this morning, around 8:30 in the morning. Right now, it's 12:30, and I would see that there are some changes in the forehead, in the nose region over here. It kind of looks cakey. That's the term my girlfriend would use, cakey. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts on this.
Okay, so it's around 4:30 p.m. right now, and it's been around 9 hours, I want to say, since I first applied the foundation. And I really want to take my makeup off, especially because I have falsies on right now, and I hate wearing falsies outside for a long period of time. For more than like 3 hours, I don't want them anymore in my eyes. And the foundation, of course, looks so oily, looks so incredibly gross on my skin, and it just looks so sticky and I don't like it. I mean, when I touch it, it doesn't feel that bad on my cheeks, and on my forehead, it's not that bad either. I mean, I can definitely feel the oils coming out, I mean, starting to form. But with regards to my nose, I'm gonna go in closer for you guys to see. It's so cakey. Actually, like my whole face is pretty cakey, but especially my nose here in the front and here on the side. Oh my gosh, it looks wet because that's how oily my nose gets. Even with my Milani foundation, that tends to happen. That tends to happen with my Milani foundation as well. When I wear it for a long period of time, it does really cake up really bad and it looks wet here on the sides. I'm also not so sure if I scratched this part of my nose or not, but if you can see, the foundation moved a lot. And even here, even though it doesn't really look like the foundation moved much, it did crack up. It pretty much has the same effect as my Milani foundation, but since the Fenty Beauty one is supposedly a matte foundation, I don't think the Milani one is supposed to be matte. The Fenty just really disappointed me, like right now, in my personal opinion, because I really liked it at the start, but now it's just so oily and gross, and it's supposed to be a long wear matte foundation, but right now it's just so oily and cakey, and I'm really not loving how I look right now, but yeah, I'll check in with you guys later in a few hours, around 3 hours or so. I'll probably be home by then. So yeah, see you guys then. Okay guys, so it's 7:30 p.m. right now and I changed and all, I'm home. And I'm really ready to just take all of my makeup off. I already took my lashes off because I just couldn't take it anymore. But my final thoughts about this foundation is that it's not long wear. It's not a long wear matte foundation, okay? When I touch my skin, it still feels pretty good. It still feels semi-matte, which is a good thing. But when I actually look at my skin, I don't like how it looks. And it just got too cakey around the nose area, if you guys can see. Don't mind the middle spot here. I like scratched it a lot, so it definitely got off. But overall, I just don't really like how my face makeup looks right now. I'm really disappointed because I really liked how it looked at the start and how it wore for the first few hours. But seeing it now, I just don't really like it. Especially because part of the claims is that it's long wear and it's matte. So yeah, there's that. But again, this is what it looks like. I originally wanted to do a 18-hour wear test, but it's been 12 hours and I already know what my final thoughts are about this foundation. I don't need to wear it anymore. What I do like though is that it still feels pretty light. It doesn't really feel that cakey even though it looks like it. It does sting a little bit and it does get a little itchy. The stinging is more of when you first try it out for the first few times, but I find that throughout the day it doesn't sting or anything. It gets itchy. I mean, in general, makeup kind of gets itchy, but nothing too big, like really minimal. So yeah, those are my thoughts after 12 hours. I hope you guys liked this video and I hope that this gave you insight. Definitely don't just listen to my review. Always listen to different kinds of reviews, different kinds of skin types, especially if you're dry. I mean, obviously it might work better for you, or if you're less oily than me, it might work better for you as well. It really depends. And it also depends on personal preference. So yeah, watch other reviews. But yeah, generally that's how makeup works. It doesn't always work for everybody. Some people will love it and some people will hate it. I don't hate this foundation, but I also don't love it, you know. Maybe I could wear this out for a short while, but I definitely don't recommend wearing this for 12 hours. Not even 9 hours, to be honest. Oh right, I forgot to mention the primer. I really like it. I don't think it really helped much in keeping it matte. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but when I applied it, I really love the primer. I love the smell. I love everything about it when I applied it. So I might try this with other foundations as well, just to see how it goes. But anyways, if you like this review / wear test on the Fenty Beauty primer and foundation, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!